even more than having to try to live within this sort of narrow range of homeostasis, in the world we live in today, we probably have to intentionally do things that are painful, do things that are hard. Pleasure-pain balance, like we learned that when we press on the pleasure side of the balance, like with alcohol or pornography or romance novels or cannabis or whatever it is, right? No sooner does that happen than our brain adapts by those neuroadaptation gremlins hopping on the pain side of the balance to bring it level again, but they like it on the balance, so they don't get off right when it's level. They stay on until we're tilted. An equal and opposite amount to the side of pain, that's the come down, the hangover, etc. But it turns out the opposite is also true. If we intentionally press on the pain side of the balance, for example, with exercise, or an ice-cold water bath, or intermittent fasting, those gremlins will hop on the pleasure side of the balance, and we will get our dopamine indirectly by paying for it up front. And there are studies in humans showing that when humans expose themselves to exercise, for example, dopamine levels gradually rise over the latter half of the exercise. And then when the exercise stops, dopamine levels will remain elevated for hours afterwards before going back down to the baseline level position without ever going into that dopamine deficit state. So it's a great way to get our dopamine in directly because it's much less vulnerable to that compulsive craving phenomenon of overuse.
So you're not going to get an exercise come down?
You can. But and people can get addicted to exercise, right? But typically it's very unusual because the upfront cost to do the work and endure the pain of exercise in the first place mitigates our vulnerability to an exercise addiction. And in general...
okay, because it's so hard to do that it's going to be hard. It's not like pulling a lever on a slot machine or clicking on a porn website. It's difficult.
Yes.
Okay. So fighting for the dopamine insulates us against the chance of an addiction, having to really fight hard for it. Okay.
Yeah.